Welcome back to week 2. Hopefully you survived our test yesterday. Hopefully you figured out you might want to utilize every resource you have available. Hello, I'm not watching each of you. Anyhow, give me a little bit to grade it. I'll get it to you soon. All right, here we are going back into a unit you started back in geometry 2 years ago, dealing with circles, but our unit's called conic sections. We're going to be looking at cones and slices of them in all different ways. And we're going to start with the one you know already called circles. Basically, you take a cone, you cut it horizontally straight across. Well, guess what? You get a circular item. Take a look at that equation right there. It's factored out. It's set up perfectly to be able to find your center and your radius. Your center, HK, and your radius is R. Don't forget, you got to square root first. And since we're dealing with distances, we only refer to the positive answer. So our first couple examples are set up, ready to go. Nice and neat, easy stuff. So our first thing to graph these, we're going to need to find our center. And to get that, we think opposite. You see a 3, so -3, so our h value is +3. And I see a +2, so our k is at -2. My radius is equal to the square root of 16, which is 4. Be careful. Some of your homework, you'll have some ugly decimals. Use a calculator, get a good estimate. So from that point, we're going to go 4 in each direction. And plot 4 key critical values. So now we have 4 points and a center. Do your best to make a circular item, and I'll warn you, that's not very circular. The only reason why I'm going to do another example right here, right now on this page, is because you notice it looks like it's missing our k value. But our center does have a vertex, or a k value, which is our y value of 0. And our radius is the square root of 4, which is 2. So -5 and 0. And we're going to go 2 in each direction. Nice small little circle. Do the best you can to make it round. Oops. And connect everything. All right, let's go to that back side now. We're going to start some fun ones. Because here we have an example that's not set up in our standard form where you can find your center. Bad news is we're going to have to complete the square. Not only are we completing the square, we got to do it twice. Once for the x's, once for the y's, but we're going to do it at the same time. So here we go. This will get us started, and we'll stop the video here in a little bit. So I'm going to group my x's together and group my y's together. From there, my focus will be 2 parts. I got to focus on completing the square for my quadratic with x's and my quadratic with y's. So for my x's, I take that x term, -8, divide it by 2 and square it. So -4 squared is +16. And for the y's, I have a +8 cut in half and squared. And if you remember this from me in Algebra 2, I show all my work off to the side because it gives me clues to what I am going to have to do next. So I've added 16 here. I've added another 16 here, so to keep my equation balanced, I'm going to need to add 32 to the other side. Now at this stage, I'm not sure if I'm going to graph it, that's why I wrote there. I'm going to factor each of these. And if you remember your factoring hints for x, it's right there where I circled. It's x minus 4 squared. And for the y's, it will be y plus 4 squared. And I get 52. So my center is at +4 and -4. And my radius is the square root of 52. Which, if you simplify it, is 2 root 13, which ends up equaling roughly 7.2. So I go 4 and -4. I go 7.2 in each direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.2 off the grid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.2 off the grid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.2. And I'm just showing you I can count still after going crazy for week 1. Connect the dots, we got our circle. When we come back on video 2, we'll see some more examples of completing the square. Have a good day.